Since we talking about alter egos and hopping into character, no, forget, no. I don't want to ask Ronnie this. I want to ask Amanda. This is the question. If you had to survive in, this is a fun one. If you had to survive in Derry, would you do what Ronnie did, or what would Amanda do? You helping these kids, or
This is good. Honestly, I feel like Amanda would start out helping the kids because she's curious. Because I am a very curious person, and like if I care for somebody, because I did have care for these kids, and like why not, And it also revolved around my dad. The main reason was my father.
That's true.
And that was the only person that I had left. So when it comes in as Amanda, all I have is my mother. So I could really touch to that and really felt to that. And so when it comes to people that I love, and when you're the only person that I have in my life, I will fight the ends meet. So honestly, I feel like Amanda kind of would have done the same thing as Ronnie. I don't know if she would have stuck around as long as Ronnie did. Probably would have got the heck out of Derry. I don't know. We would have. I don't know. I don't know why we did not go after my dad as soon as. I don't know. It's a lot of things we should have done, but yes. So yeah.
I'll say it for her. She would have ran out that movie theater, bro. Ain't nobody sitting there trying to rescue them. She can't say that because them are coworkers. She like, man, look, I'm gonna say the nice thing.
Like, Willie, don't help. Not today.
Nope. You know what I'm saying? All right, I got one. Speaking of moms, one of the hardest scenes to watch in this for me was you starting off under your covers, but then ending up in the womb of your mother, and then coming out and then seeing that grotesque beast that was in front of you with all the amniotic fluids all over you. I'm just curious, how do you prepare for something like that? It was kind of gross. Did you have to like have any weird fluids on you? Was that experience like a little traumatizing? Like just talk to me about like how they prepare you for it. Were you anatomically prepared for what you were going to learn in terms of the reproduction? Like it's like a whole weird, like it throws you in so many different places, as a child. Like it
really does. It really does. And with this being my first like horror project or like anything, and that was my like everybody had like their little scare scene and whatnot, but it was just after the actors and writer strike, so I was the first kid to come back, so I had a whole week to film, but it was also during finals and like during like Thanksgiving time, so it was so much going on like within my brain and like stress and just everything. And just preparing for that scene, I had to go through water training and like breathing training. So before we flew back out to Toronto, here in LA, we actually went to a pool and like did some breathing training and some swim training and practicing moving, because when you move, you lose oxygen and everything. So I had to be able to do that and be able to scream and do stuff and hold my breath underwater. Then when we got to Toronto, I continued that breathing training, training and everything. And then they had like this goo. It was cold. It was gooey. It was just slimy. I don't even know how to explain it, but I wanted it off of me, and I had it on me for a week straight, 9 to 5, 9 to 5, and I'm just like, oh my goodness. So now I'm over here, and I had to eat with it on. That was another beer. It was, I had to eat with the slime on. I think I have a photo or like a video with like a piece of rice because I was eating. No, terrible. So I'm just like, gosh. Okay, that was that. But it was also so fun to experience because there were so many like stunts and like things. It was tiring. But it was really cool because the VFX and not the VFX because that, but the FSX and everything, like seeing it in person and just the umbilical cord and the slime, and it gave me so much to work off of. And also my mom who played in the scene too, Miss Tamika, she gave me so much to work off of. My father, my grandmother, Miss BJ, and my dad, Stefan, they gave me so much to work off of. And just, being in the space with the crew that I was in, and Mr. Andy and Miss Barbara and Mr. Ben, which was my acting coach, making it such a comfortable environment. I was able to go to vulnerable places and be vulnerable and go to the places that I need to go to. And I was going through so much stress that like everything, like I don't even know. I was surprised by some of the things I did. I was like, oh my gosh, like I thought they sped up the crawling scene. They didn't even speed that up. I was like, oh my gosh, like I didn't even remember doing that. So just being able, like I felt free is what I'm trying to say, is it was just amazing. It was amazing.
Sounds gross.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, I'm glad you survived that process. Yazzie.
Oh my gosh. So you have a phobia of being in small and tight spaces, right, Amanda?
Yes, and
So
also little holes too.
okay. So how is that with translating to having to be in the tunnels with trying to find Pennywise and hunting Pennywise?
Yes. Okay, honestly, the tunnels wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. For
Okay.
one, because the tunnels were huge. The set was humongous, and but they were able to like break apart like some of the like areas so we could be able to walk out and do. And it was very breathable, and it was not, even though it looks tiny, it was way bigger than like what you guys think. Like the tunnels were huge, and that set was so cool and incredible to be in. But yeah, it was definitely scary and eerie too. I was ready to get out of there and just like being in the nasty gray water and just everything. I was like, oh my goodness, I cannot do this. But it was fun to experience.
Well, that's good. I'm glad. I'm glad at least, like, with your phobia, you didn't have to. Because that, I'm not gonna lie. After I read that, I was like, oh man, the tunnels, they seemed really tight knit, and oh man, like I would have been
Yeah.
freaking. And no wonder we didn't see a lot of you like during that. 'Cause I would have been free. I would have been like, get me out! Like, no, no, help me! Like, yeah, I wouldn't. No, it would have been bad.
Yes.
And so
Okay. Yeah. Well, real quick, because I want to be respectful of your time. I know you got to run
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah, we do.
I don't know if your parents are nearby, but I just want to say this loud enough so that they can hear it. They did a phenomenal job, right?
Oh.
I hear you, Mr. Andy, Miss Barbara, Uncle Chris. They did a fantastic job. These are some of the
Thank
traits,
you.
things that look, this is what I want my kids to sound like. But just wanted to say that real quick. But also, I had a question because this is your first breakout major series, and I'm sure it's the first of many. We're going to see you again, Moon Girl.
Moon Girl. Moon Girl.
Moon Girl.
Disney, listen.
Marvel. DC.
What did you learn from this experience that you're going to be like, you know what? I think I'm going to use that in my next role. Like, what did you pick up in this experience that you're going to carry with you and is going to be a part of Amanda Christine moving forward?
Yes, that's such a good question. Honestly, I took so many things with me from this experience because this was an experience like no other. And like I said, they gave us so much creativity and so much freedom on the set. But for one, I will say just being able to like put myself within the character's shoes and fully allow myself to be that character and allow myself to play on my playground, because when I'm acting, I call it my playground, and I just allow myself to do whatever feels free and feels creativity to me.